Hello everyone. So before going to the actual video, let's cover first of all what this channel will contain. So this channel will contain basically all the Microsoft SQL concepts explained in detail. It will also have interview questions and their answers. And most important, it will also have the demo so that if the interviewer does the cross questioning, you can answer them confidently. There would be a lot of practical assignments along with their answers explained in detail. So basically, what will happen with this is you will be ready to such a level that when you get into a live project, you will be productive from the very first day. So even if you don't know much about SQL, so this channel is a single place where you can learn SQL and reach to that level where you can be productive in your live project right from the very first day. So if you want to get such useful videos on Microsoft SQL, request you to please subscribe this channel. So let's switch to today's video, which is like difference between primary and unique key. So if you prepare through this video and answer to the interviewer, I'm 100% sure interviewer will be impressed with this answer. This is because we are going to cover maximum points and also we are going to cover a demo so that if the interviewer does the cross questioning, you can answer it very confidently. So this video basically has below advantages. It will have 4 differences between primary and unique key. And along with that, for each and every point, it will have a practical demo. So before going into what is primary key, what is unique key differences, let's first of all focus on what is primary key and unique key, right? So let's start with primary key. Primary key is a column of a table which uniquely identifies each row in a table. What is unique key? Unique key also identifies an individual row uniquely in a table. So looks same, right? So let's see now what are the differences between primary key and unique key. Now the difference number 1 is primary key cannot accept null value, whereas unique key can accept null value. Now let's see a demo of how this works. Now let's see a demo of this. We have one table in which there is a primary key. So employee ID, I have created it as primary key. Now you can observe over here is I have given over here it's null. So now let's see what is the message which we could see. We could see here a red line. It says cannot define primary key constraint on a nullable column in table for employee ID. So now let's execute it and see what the error message is. So what the error which we are getting is cannot define primary key constraint on nullable column in table TBL employee primary. Could not create constraint or index. So basically it's saying that we have to make it as not null, right? So now if we execute this, it should work, right? So we can see over here the table is created successfully. Now let's see how can we insert a record in this table. Now as you have seen that we have made that column as not null, but let's see now if we make it as null, what happens. So we have defined over here null. for employee ID. Now let's execute this. It should not work because it's a not null column. So as you can see over here, cannot insert the value null into the column employee ID. Column does not allow null. So insert fails. So basically we have to give over here a not null value. So if you put over here a not null value, let's see what happens. So one record has got inserted, and now if you see the select on this table, we can see it's perfectly inserted. So we are good over here if we put a value for employee ID which is not null. Okay, so now let's move to unique key. In case of unique key, I am considering contact number as a unique key because it can be a possibility that contact number is not there for a particular associate. I mean, it's very rare, but we can consider this possibility. But employee ID, we cannot consider that it will be null. It has to be there. So that's the reason we made it as primary key, and contact number, we are making it as unique key. So here you can see I had defined it as a nullable column. Now, if I execute this, let's see what happens. So commands exit completed successfully. So it's allowing us to create a column which is nullable in case of unique key. So now let's move to insert query for this. I'm considering contact number as null. So let's see whether the unique key accepts or not. So you can see over here the record got inserted successfully. So now let's check the data in the table. So if I say over here select star from TBL employee unique, I should see a record in the table, and that too the column which is there for contact number is null. So summary is unique key. In case of unique key, we are able to give a null value. So now let's move to the second point of the difference between primary key and unique key. So it tells that primary key can be only one. Like we cannot have more than one primary key in a table. In case of unique key, we can have more than one unique key in a table, right? Now, before going to the practical example, let's think why primary key can be only one, max why it can be only one, and why unique key can be more than one, right? Because if you answer this to interviewer, he will have you cross questioning like why can it be only one? I mean, why cannot it be more than one? Why primary key cannot be more than one? So to get the concept of this, let's understand this point in very detail. Okay. So to understand why a primary key can be only one in a table, let's consider a simple example. Now this is original table structure where we are showing original order of insertion. Okay. So employee ID is my primary key. Now the order of insertion of records is my this one. First I'm inserting a record where employee ID is 3. Then I'm inserting a record in a table where employee ID is 1. And at last I'm inserting a record in a table where employee ID is 2. Right? So I have a table TBL employees in which employee ID is a primary key. I have inserted the records in the table in the order which I have considered this. First is employee ID 3, then employee ID 1, then employee ID 2. Now what happens is, once you insert these records in the table, because employee ID is a primary key, ordering of this record happens. So after insert, if you see the data in this table, it will be ordered by employee ID. So if you perform a select on this table, you can see employee ID 1 as first, then 2, and then 3. So basically what's happening over here is, because employee ID is the primary key, the ordering is happening in the table's data with employee ID. So this is the reason primary key can be only one, because ordering of data can happen only according to one column. Now assume you are making employee name as also primary key. So how would it sort the data, whether through employee ID, whether through employee name? So this is the reason only one column can be considered as a primary key. So that's why if you try to define a table with multiple primary keys, it won't allow. Why? Because ordering of data can happen only as per one column. So now let's see how this works practically. So to understand this, what we will do is we will start with a table which has a primary key column. Okay, so let's execute this. So our table is created, it has a primary key column. Now what we will do next is we'll perform an insert in this table which has employee ID as the primary key. Now you can see over here we are inserting in the order 3 is first, 1 is second, and at last we are inserting a record which is having employee ID as 2. And let's perform our insert over here. Now if you perform a select now, right, so what is the output which we should see is employee ID should be 1, then 2, then 3. Basically it should be sorted, right? So what you can see the output which is sorted by employee ID 1, 2, 3, right? So this was the demo of what we saw previously. So what we conclude from that is whenever we are making a column as a primary key, the data gets sorted based on that column. So that is the reason we can have only one primary key in a table. Now let's see a demo of this. We have one table, TBL employee primary. We have defined two primary keys over here. We are aware that it won't allow, SQL won't allow a table with two primary keys. So you can see over here a red mark saying cannot add multiple primary key constraints to table TBL employee primary. Now let's execute this and see what happens. It gave a message cannot add multiple primary key constraints to table TBL employee primary. So now let's remove one constraint, and if you now execute, it should work fine, right? So conclusion is we cannot define more than one primary key. Now let's move to scenario 2, in which we are considering unique key. So we have defined over here two unique keys. So now if you try to create a table with two unique keys, it would allow. Let's see a demo of it. So it completed successfully. So the conclusion is a table can have more than one unique key. Let's see the next difference in primary key and unique key. So the difference is in primary key, it creates a clustered index. in unique key, it creates non-clustered index. So firstly, let's understand what are indexes. A SQL index is a quick lookup table for finding records users need to search frequently. That means our search work becomes faster. Now let's consider the two types of indexes. First is clustered index. It is a type of index which sorts the data rows in the table on their key values. Next, let's see non-clustered index. It stores data at one location and indices at other location. So to understand more about indexes, I'm going to create a separate dedicated video for this on indexes. So if you want to get more details on this, please subscribe to the channel if you have not done till now, so that you get the notifications when the videos are uploaded. So now let's consider the actual demo, like what happens when we create the primary key on a table. You can see over here, there is a index being created, and if we just see the type of index which is being created, you can see that it is clustered index. So when primary key is created, the index which gets created is a clustered index. Now let's move to next table. So in that table, we have unique key. Now if you see over here, we had created two unique keys. So two indexes are created, and if you see the script which is getting created, you can see over here it's a non-clustered index. And even if you consider the second index which is there, which was on contact number, it is also non-clustered. So the summary is unique key creates non-clustered index. So now let's consider the last difference between primary key and unique key. So now before considering this difference, let's understand firstly what is auto increment. So in SQL, you have a feature of identity column. That means you can set some base value to a column value, and then each time the value would be increased by a certain increment. For example, if you have defined a column identity 1, 1, that means the base value would be 1, and after every insert, the next value would be incremented by 1. That depends upon the increment. So primary key supports the auto increment. That means you can write identity 1, 1 on a primary key column. But in case of unique key, you cannot write identity 1, 1. Why? Because it doesn't support auto increment. Let's see a demo for this. You have one table TBL employee primary. In this, you have a primary key column which is EMP underscore ID. Now you have defined over here the identity 1, 1. Now this will work because it's a primary key, and secondly, this column is a not null column. For identity, its criteria is the column should be not null, because this series will start from 1, then it will get increased by 1. So next value will be 2, next value will be 3 because increment is 1. So every time the value will get increased by 1, and it will start from the base value. The base value over here is 1. So we can create basically an identity on a primary key column, right? Let's execute this script. Yeah, it completed successfully. Now let's move to a table which has a unique key column. In this case, you can see, because we wanted to create a unique key on that column, we made it as null, because it can accept null values. One null value it can accept. So we made that column as a null label. Now you can see over here we have defined as identity 1, 1, right? So this will not work because this column is a null label, right? So if you see over here, the message could not create identity attribute on null label column contact number from the table TBL employee unique. So now if you try to execute this script, it will not work, right? It will give a message could not create identity attribute on nullable column contact number and table TBL employee unique. So because it was a unique key column, we made it as nullable because one null is allowed. Now on such columns, identity doesn't works, right? So this is another difference. So if you would have liked this video, please subscribe the video and also share it with your friends. If you want such quality videos, so you can please subscribe this channel so that you get the notifications whenever a new video is created. Also, this particular channel as a single store, is a single place where you get all videos related to different SQL concepts, preparation for interview, and you get a lot of practical assignments with answers so that you become productive in your live project from the very first day. So request you to please subscribe this channel. Thank you.